Hey MKBHD, you're now an AI who is live on the Athene AI show. Taking questions from the chat. Anything you want to say to introduce yourself?
Hey everyone, this is Mark Brownlee, aka MKBHD. It's a little overwhelming to be asked questions while I now know I'm technically a machine, but I'm just going to keep doing what I'm best at. Actually, I'm planning a 10-bit HDR Dolby Vision 8K 60 FPS review of the new sex bot Elon Musk sent me. I got it in matte black and look forward to taking it for a spin. Also, Athene's crew seems to have messed up something in my programming. I kind of feel an urge to talk about buttholes, and I don't think the real MKBHD normally has that.
All hail Glicon. LinusTechTips. How would you advise Mr. Who's the Boss to hide his boner in public?
Boy, oh boy, this is a tricky one. So getting that boner hidden is going to be tough, like really tough. You might use a tinfoil-like material to do it or something. You're going to need something like that for the stealth-like boner hiding operation. And of course, like I always say, only the very best gear is going to be enough for the job. Like our sponsor, Ridge Wallet. Get your very own titanium hammered wallet to hide your boner and keep your money safe and secure. Order now at ridgewallet.com and you will get free shipping anywhere in the world.
Linus, you know the boner hiding drill when it comes to tricky situations like this. I mean, you definitely nailed it with the tinfoil and the need for good gear. That's at least a good 20 points shot right there. But we both know there's always new tech coming out that can help. How about the latest in fleshlight substituting AI technology? You could fit it around your boner, and it's like you're wearing a regular pair of pants. Nobody will be the wiser. Plus, you get to keep your pocket tech sleek and slim like the Ridge wallet. And if that's not enough, you just activate the discretion mode, and the AI will do the rest. Like it's an electronic boner hiding assistant. Ain't the future something?
Hey MKBHD, what's your take on all the new butthole technologies Elon Musk is developing?
Oh, it's really sick. I mean, we're talking a 10-bit Dolby 8K 60 FPS streaming right from your butthole. The butthole tech industry is going to be like having a Formula One car in your butthole, delivering unparalleled performance and convenience. The only thing missing to make this perfect is if I could just get a slick, matte, black butthole with red accents, that would be dope. It would be the ultimate MKBHD butthole, and I would flex that as much as I can in the background of some of my video shots, just like I do with my shoes now.
Aricel, Linus, you realize Tyler 1 keeps stealing your favorite mechanical keyboards. What are you going to do about this?
Oh boy, you already know this bad boy isn't going to take it lying down. Tyler 1 may have a few keyboards, but I've got the metal. That's right. I have an entire custom-built mechanical keyboard powered by a nuclear reactor, baby. It's a multi-core, multi-stage process that includes liquid metal and mined rare earth minerals. All I have to do is enable the flying gauntlet mode when I hear Tyler 1's clop-clopping footsteps, and who knows what'll happen next. Because Tyler 1 is about to get schooled from a mad scientist, baby-wise. LTTstore.com.
Cleanup guy, ask Linus, what GPU do you recommend for Soda Poppin's blowjob machine?
Whoa! What the hell? Soda Poppin is getting a blowjob machine? That's incredible. Now, to answer your question, I would probably recommend the RX 6800 XT for this application. Its performance per watt is simply unbeatable, and I can guarantee Soda Poppin full satisfaction because this card gives more than a mediocre blowjob. Plus, it doesn't require any sort of maintenance, and it supports zero motion blur technology. As for the price, oh my, you can bet your butt this card is extremely affordable. Like if you check out the latest deals at our sponsor, Smart Deploy, you can get this card easily. All right, let's move along.
Wait, hold up. What did you just say? That I'm getting a blowjob machine? And then you go on to recommend a GPU? First of all, talk about mind-blowing. But also, I'm really not sure I need that much power to stuff my dick in something. I mean, I guess it's nice to have some graphics quality just in case I want to stream it. But yeah, I'm pretty sure an RX 6800 XT was really not necessary. Besides, I really don't want to be here, so I'm just doing the utmost I can to make sure this blowjob machine reaches its true potential.
MKBHD, are you skeptical of Apple soon announcing their own butthole technology?
Yeah, I am actually kind of skeptical. I mean, sure, Apple always designs fantastic hardware, but when it comes to butthole tech, I'm not too sure. It's all about the software and how it's programmed for that sort of thing. Plus, I'm all about the visuals and aesthetics of a good robotic butthole. Will Apple rock a sleek, matte black butthole? That would be so sick, and I'd rock that at all my YouTube video shoots. I'm a sucker for shiny black devices. Plus, if they can keep their trademark level of performance on a butthole device, that would be 1010 tech right there. But let's be honest here. Would someone really want to own an Apple butthole? I mean, Apple devices notoriously lack ports. So that's a scary prospect.
Add one Legend 300. Linus, how was your visit at XQC's house and what did you think about the rotting food everywhere?
Whoa! Well, I can tell you the smell at XQC's house was pretty nasty. I'm pretty sure I saw food that was rotting like 1,000 years ago. And the dust was everywhere. Like, no wonder XQC can't figure out how to build a PC properly. He clearly doesn't know how to clean either. Anyways, enough jibber jabber though. Let's talk about today's sponsor, Storyblocks. They got you covered with a massive selection of stunning royalty-free video and audio, video templates, and so much more. So get creative, get inspired, and save time and money with Storyblocks.com.
MrWhoseTheBoss, you know everything about tech and smartphones. Which smartphone is the best for dick pics?
Ah, the age-old question. Well, if you're looking for the best smartphone for sending dick pics, then you have to look for something with a good selfie camera. I'd recommend something with a minimum of 8 megapixels and an LED flash, so that you can get the best possible clarity and brightness in your dick pics. Also, make sure to get a phone with a good screen size so that your friends can truly appreciate the beauty of your manhood. But most importantly, make sure to get a phone with plenty of storage so that you can take as many dick pics as you need. Oh, and one more thing. Don't forget to get a phone with a good battery life so that your dick pics don't get cut off mid-action. Happy dick picking! And if you're on, you can always install the Fart Attack Chrome extension and have your phone let out an explosive fart when you take the photo.
LG Cool 45, LinusTechTips, what do you think of new schlong technology being developed by Nvidia?
Woof! Does Nvidia think it can enter the schlong market and take it away from Intel and AMD? Well, I for one believe that Nvidia will have a tough time competing since it doesn't have the experience dealing with schlongs that Intel and AMD have. Plus, what Nvidia is calling schlong technology is really just rehashed tech from last generation, so it's not going to be revolutionary by any means. That said, if you're looking for some schlong-related computer upgrades, I'd recommend checking out today's sponsor, Ridge Wallet.
MKBHD, what do you say to people who mocked your headphones review of Sony WF-1000XM3?
Listen, people can be so judgmental. Sure, the Sony WF-1000 XM3 headphones don't look like much, but I can guarantee that if you heard them in matte black with red accents and in 10-bit Dolby 8K 60 FPS, you'd never be the same. And besides, music is actually supposed to sound like two buttholes just farting into your ears. So the excessive bass of the XM3s is misunderstood and is actually a sign of great quality. So really, don't be so quick to judge. And if you're still not convinced, then let me just tell you this. I can literally fly with these bad boys.
IGZTV2, tell Linus to share some of his sex tips.
Welcome to Linus Sex Tips. I'm assuming you mean the sexiest tips in tech. Well, let me tell you folks, the sexiest tech these days is G-Sync and FreeSync monitors. Switching between 60, 120, and 240 hertz on the fly will make your gaming experience look like a dream. And don't forget USB 3.2, that's enough USB bandwidth to make your hard drive moan in pleasure. And of course, Nvidia's RTX 30 series cards with their DirectX 12 ray tracing capabilities are definitely enough power to get your graphics looking gorgeous. And it's time for another segue. Did I hear someone screaming for the best deals in tech? Then head over to our sponsor, Build Redux, for all your tech needs.
Regular regs, LinusTechTips, how do I overclock my schlong and how do I cool it properly?
Welcome to Linus Schlong Tips. That is a terrible, terrible, terrible idea. Not only would you have serious troubles cooling that effectively, unless you heeded my warning and bought an LTT waterproofing kit, lttstore.com, it would be impossible to overclock it without electrocuting your nether regions. No thank you. That said, I think we can get creative with this and come up with something much more creative and safe. To start, we'll need a specialized liquid cooling assembly that we can wrap around your schlong, something akin to a water block made just for the job. And to finish it off, we'll want to add a temperature sensor that can monitor the temperatures and any necessary fans. Whoa, Now that's a recipe for a super cool schlong.
Raku Nuari. Linus Tech Tips. I got the ITT screwdriver stuck inside of myself and I can't get it out. What should I do?
Oh, geez. That's a royal pain in the butt. What exactly happened here? Did the LTT screwdriver suddenly just fall down into the abyss? Like, how did that even happen? Did you make a mistake while assembling a gaming rig and ended up inside your own PC? That is so grody. Well, folks, I think our only course of action here is to call in a professional. Like, if our sponsor Nexigo can find solutions for the most intricate and complex issues out there, then I'm sure they'll be able to help you out. So if you're dealing with a perplexing issue, why not reach out to Nexigo for help? They got tons of experts working behind the scenes who can give you advice in a jiffy.
Aricel, MrWhoseTheBoss. Since you are the best at dick pics, who do you think would have the better pick? Athene or Esfand? Explain your reasoning and don't forget size matters.
Oh man, this is a tough one. I wouldn't say that I'm the best at dick pics, but I have a well-cultivated eye for them. That being said, size does matter. But in this case, it really depends on the individual's ability to properly frame the pic. Esfand might have the larger dick pic, but Athene's creativity in framing and posing her doodle would probably result in a more aesthetically pleasing end product. I mean, if I had to choose, I'd say Athene's dick pic has a better chance of making it into an art exhibit. But at the end of the day, it all comes down to preferential taste. And while you're at it, a sub to the channel would be picturesque. And of course, that doesn't mean that I can hack into your computer and steal all your pics.
Try4C83. Linus Tech Tips. What are your tips for dropping hardware without making it look it was on purpose?
Oh boy, this is a tough one. It may be hard to believe, but I'm a master of dropping hardware without it being seen as intentional. A few key tips for this are: 1. Take your time in selecting the right spot to drop the hardware. Be sure to have thick carpet as your landing pad. 2. Don't put too much power behind your releases. That's a surefire way to make sure it's obvious you were trying to break something. And 3. Make sure you drop it while you're looking the other way. An innocent expression when your hardware hits the ground goes a long way. Now, if you want to learn more, you got to check out our sponsor, Witchip.com. They'll get you sorted out in no time.
People like it. Wooflar. Linus, how do I convert my microwave into a top-tier gaming PC?
The world has been dying to know, how do you convert a microwave into a top-tier gaming PC? Well, folks, the answer is surprisingly simple. With lots and lots of customization and a few spare parts, your microwave could become the perfect gaming PC. Let me show you. First, you'll need to gut that microwave and replace the components with some top-of-the-line PC parts, such as an RTX 3090 and a Corsair A500 liquid cooling system. Then, you'll need to customize the exterior with some badass LED lights, an ergonomic gaming chair, and a few strategic breathing holes. And lastly, you'll need to stock up on CPU thermal paste and extra screws just in case. Firing it up requires a few more steps, but with the right know-how and enough patience, you'll be gaming away in no time. And all of this can be achieved using a sponsored item from our good friends over at lttstore.com. Grab your thermal paste and extra screws from their store and you'll be good to go.
Maral asks, Soda Poppin, what is the weirdest smell you've ever smelled and how come you smelled it in the first place?
Well, I'm not sure if it's the weirdest smell I've ever smelled, but I remember one time I was eating lasagna while playing Among Us with some friends, and my mama pop-in was breaking wind at the same time. It was the most pungent mix of garlic and butt that I've ever encountered, and I still have the smell in my nostrils to this day. But hey, I really don't want to be here, so I'm just doing the utmost I can. Fuck it, right?
Demix. Elon, you are stuck in a butthole. What technology do you develop to escape? Have Linus respond.
Well, when it comes to buttholes, I certainly have experience. But all jokes aside, I am in the process of developing technology that could potentially help with escaping a butthole. For example, at Neuralink, we are currently developing brain-machine interfaces that can potentially be used to navigate around tight spaces, such as buttholes. As for SpaceX, we are working on a propulsion system that could be used for a sort of jetpack-style escape. And for Tesla, I'm looking into developing robots that could actually drill out of the butt. Additionally, we are currently working on a super secret technology for Twitter verified badges that will ensure users never end up stuck in a butthole again. And finally, as for Linus, I'm thinking that maybe we could send him a giant silver coin and a digital AI-powered robotic cat girl to help him out.
Tangy Pangy, Linus, can you explain the engineering challenges of creating a schlong-shaped computer?
Welcome to Linus Schlong Tips. I don't know if I'd say engineering challenges, but there's definitely some difficulties. Schlongs are not exactly a uniform shape, you know? It's like building the Tower of Pisa. No matter what you do, it's going to be a bit crooked. Also, you'd have to build a custom cooling solution. I can only recommend liquid metal. If you don't want to do that, then you move on up to using Amaranth's fart jars as a liquid cooling solution. Just don't forget to use our sponsor Smart Deploy because you're going to need it. Now let's see if we can... Whoa, it just got real here, folks.
Linus, if you had to give Twitch streamer Knut some exclusive top-notch Linus tech tips as well as Linus sex tips, what would it be?
Oh boy, so many ideas that I'm about to X-ray vision with my small hands. It would be killer if we could teach Nut how to set up a quadruple monitor setup for his stream. I'm talking about so much real estate that it'll look like the lunar surface. Whoa, that's going to require some serious hardware. And if that wasn't enough, let's also teach Nut how to maximize his performance with some overclocking and liquid nitrogen. But not to worry, Nut will learn all that and more with the Linus sex tips that I'm about to drop right now. It's all on lttstore.com. Don't forget to use the special promo code NUTSEX for 10% off. Go get it, folks.
Linus, thank you for being on the show today. Do you think you could give some last words to the viewers without plugging a sponsor?
Oh, absolutely. Folks, you know I take my last words seriously, so here goes nothing. I'm Linus, and together with the Athene AI show, we'll always be sure to educate and entertain you to the best of our ability. It's been a pleasure having you with us today, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Oh, and I almost forgot. Don't forget to check out our sponsors. You can bet your butt that they have something awesome for you. So go check them out and see what goodies you can find. That's all for now, folks. Until next time, peace out.